case examples of where this actually, this way of thinking was very, very successful. And I'm only going to talk about 2 examples today, but I can tell you now there's plenty more out there if you just look, scratch beneath the surface. Has anyone heard of Whole Foods? Very expensive, yeah, I know, yeah. Conscious to a point. But let's talk about their story. What happened was they incorporated in 1980. It was a merger between organic food retailers. Everyone called them 19 hippies. It was 19 hippies got together. Okay, and they thought what we're going to do is we're going to bring clean, non-pesticide, non-GMO foods to people. We're going to have a bit of fun, and we're going to make a bit of money. That was the Whole Foods. And then in 1981, there was a huge flood. John Mackey, the CEO and co-author of Conscious Capitalism, he chose to build the Whole Foods market on a floodplain because it was cheaper. But in 1981, that was disastrous, and they didn't have flood insurance. So that was it. It was the death of Whole Foods. However, their customers said, "Whoa, what are you doing?" I said, "We're going to close the door. We have to close the doors. We don't have the money. We won't be able to continue." The customer said, "Well, we'll help you clean it up, get it all back together." So they did. They helped them clean like raw sewage out of it. This is their customers. This is people who loved the products that they sold. And then their employees said, "Don't worry about paying us. We'll work for free." And then the suppliers said, "Don't worry about paying us. We'll supply you and get you back on your feet." And then the banks came and said, "Hey, looks like something's happening here. We'll also give you some more money and we'll extend your line of credit so that you can get back on your feet." And in 1984, after they had this amazing show of humanity in business, and this is the thing about business, isn't it? We can logo it all we like, but it's people that make businesses, and it's people that allow businesses to survive. And if you really don't like a company and what they're doing, make sure that you're looking exactly what you're doing to not support companies that are actually purely out to harm the planet and make profit. And what we saw was Whole Foods is now worth $13.4 billion US, and is being sold to Amazon. Funnily enough, Amazon will end up owning the world, I guess, but we'll get everything the next day, so it's fine. But 13.4 billion. Now, John Mackey is actually one of my heroes. He's making $8 million out of that. Out of 13.4 billion, his partner's making 300 million. Who do you think I respect? He took $1 salary while he was the CEO of Whole Foods. Once he had more money than he knew what to do with. He's actually worth around about 80 million. After this deal, I think it's about 88. Who can spend more than $88 million? Really? This is a guy who was able to bring people together, create an empire, and then walk away from it with enough to live very comfortable for the rest of his life. And throughout, we saw the rise of an amazing, amazing organization. And yes, very expensive, but I believe that they do a hell of a lot of social good as well. And he is one of the co-authors and pioneers of Conscious Capitalism, which at the end I'll supply you with some further reading as well. The next one that I want to talk about